World, welcome back to an entrepreneur's journey. Today, we're going to discuss your biggest problem, your problem with not having enough time in your business, not having enough mental bandwidth, um, and how to accomplish more with the time that you do have. I'm going to go through a list of things that I'm going to give you right now. This is also posted on the Business Planning Guru Facebook page. So just go to the Business Planning Guru Facebook page and you'll see this there. I call it 6 months in 6 hours. It's a bunch of strategies that me and my team came up with that really show you how to use time more wisely, right? How to get more things done in less amount of time. And I'm going to give you the list real quick. I don't want to be that guy that goes through a whole video and he makes you wait to the end. So I'm going to give you the list right now, and then we're going to break it down. I'm going to show you how to use some of these things. Number one, prioritize. Two, use technology. Three, outsource, delegate. Four, eliminate distractions. Five, task batching. Six, use templates and recycle work. Seven, Parkinson's law. Eight, 80-20 rule. Nine, rule with numbers and data. And 10, know your limits. Okay, so these are just some of the bullet points I have that I'm going to go over now with you guys. Again, if you're in business, the one thing that you can't buy more of, or can you, is what I'm going to answer in this video, is time. How do you use it better? My name is Nick. Went to business school, went to law school, have about 20 online businesses, a laundromat, a real estate holding company, and a bunch of other businesses. But my main day-to-day job is consulting you guys, writing business plans, pitch decks, financial projections, developing simple websites for clients, investor relations consulting, and more. You can check me out at nicholascoriano.com or thebusinessplanningguru.com. And now we are going to start. By the way, hats, Run to the Bag hats, available on runtothebag.com. My collection of numismatics available on nickynice.com. I told you guys I'm an entrepreneur. Let's get into this list, guys. 6 months in 6 hours. How do we accomplish? This is how this premise started. How do we accomplish 6 months of work in 6 hours? The first thing you're going to get from your team, from your shareholders, from your investors, from your suppliers is, we can't do it. That's the first thing they're going to say. It's not possible, right? So it's up to you to sit down and get creative. Creativity solves a ton of problems in business. More importantly, your time problems. So let's go through this list. Again, this list is available in bullet point format on the Business Planning Guru Facebook page. You can check that out, like us there. But let's start with number one, prioritize. So in most businesses, it's not a problem of not getting enough done. It's getting done things in the wrong order, okay? So if I told you today to go Google how to start a business in the United States, and you Googled that, you'd find a ton of articles on start your LLC and write a business plan and get your business card. The question is, what order do you do these things? Well, I can tell you a little hint right now. The first thing you got to do in business is get a customer, and then get another one, and then get another one, and then get another one. That is going to be the first thing that you want to do in business. But one of the best ways to get a lot done in a short period of time is prioritize. So once you write down your action list, your to-do list, so to speak, put it in order. What's the most important, right? What's going to really move the needle? What can you actually do? What takes time to do? How much time are you allocating toward each one? Put it in order so it gets done faster. Okay, so prioritizing. Cut the fat out of your business, guys. Right, a lot of you guys are doing things that you don't really have to do in your business, in your 7-hour, 8-hour, 10-hour, 12-hour workday. Make sure you guys are prioritizing the most important thing to do. And if you've ever had me as a business coach, and you can get my business coaching services on Twitter, just go to Nicholas Coriano on Twitter. I tweet out where you can hire me for that. But you know that I'm going to tell you guys, sales, sales, sales. Go out there, get known. Put your videos out there, put social media out there, put ads out there, and get known, because your number one priority as a business is to get customers. You don't exist unless you get customers. So number one tip, prioritize. Number two, use technology. Technology has afforded a lot of great things for business owners and entrepreneurs, right? You can literally, like today, I just put up 200 plus tweets this morning in an hour on an Excel file, right? The technology now that we can use to shrink how much time it takes to do something is immense. So get learning new technologies, hire people that know new technologies. I'll give you another example. If you go to nicholascoriano.com or servitude.com, we got a bunch of forums right now. If you need a business plan or a website or a pitch deck, and our clients fill out the form and that gives us the information. Before I had to spend half hour on the phone. That doesn't seem like a lot of time, but you multiply half hour a day times 365 days, you realize you're a couple months in, and using the right technology will help you save time. So automation technologies, YouTube is a technology, Facebook is a technology, right? So keep technology as a priority when you're trying to save time, or like we like to say, when you're trying to accomplish 6 months of work in 6 hours. Um, Number three, outsource and delegate. This changed my life, right? Learning how to outsource and delegate it. And my number one tip for this is do it before you have the money. A lot of people say, well, when I make money, I'll delegate, or when I make money, I'll outsource. No, figure out how to open up your agenda today by giving all the work that doesn't need to be done by you to somebody else. So, and going from me to we as an entrepreneur, when you establish your LLC or your corporation, which we can also do for you guys, by the way, when you establish these things, you start off usually as a sole entrepreneur, and then you're growing and you're trying to grow. The fastest way to grow, outsource, delegate. Look at your to-do list. What is taking you the most time? Can someone else do that? Can someone else do the things that are taking you a shorter amount of time better than you can? The answer is probably yes. For most of your business, the answer is probably yes, right? So outsource and delegate as much of your to-do list as possible. This is really hard for startup entrepreneurs that are constantly in the mojo of doing everything themselves. I'll give you a perfect example. Look at this beautiful tree. This is a money tree. We believe money grows on trees over here at Servitude Intelligent Relations and the Business Planning Guru. And I'll be dropping all these .coms in this video, yes, because you guys didn't pay to see this video. So the least you can do is listen to me promote my business. But this is a tree that my team helped me decorate, right? And I'm over here putting some of these little dollars on here to decorate this tree after Christmas. And it's like, hey, is my time more valuable than this? Can someone else do this? Goes back to that, my last point, right, guys? Outsource and delegate. Number four, eliminate distractions. This is a huge one. People don't realize how often and how much they distract themselves. Everything from the music being on in the background to people knocking on your door that shouldn't be knocking on your door, to phone calls that you shouldn't be taking in the middle of the day. Put the phone down. Shut the music off. Lock yourself in a room. Eliminate distractions when you're trying to get something done, and you'll move that much quicker. Number five, task batching. So this is important when you have your to-do list. There's some things that should be done together, right? How often have you guys put together a to-do list and it says email this guy or call this guy or clean up this, right? Or send this file out. Well, send this file out and email somebody could be done at the same time because you have to be in front of the computer to do that, right? Whereas the cleaning may be in another location without a computer. So after you put together an action list, a to-do list, task batching, meaning put the tasks in batches that can be done simultaneously, or I don't really like the word simultaneously because I really do think if you focus on one thing, you'll get it done that much faster. But they're closer in time, right? Things that should be done together. You don't want to send an email out and then go do something else and then come all the way back just to send another email out when you could have done that at the same time. So number five, task batching. Number six, use templates and recycle work. Every business has templates. I'll give you an example of templates that you create every day. If you send out an email, if there's anything in your business that you've done more than 10 times in the last year, there should be a system for it. So I'll give you an example. When somebody calls me for a business plan, I explain to them my process, and I say, I'm going to send you a follow-up email that explains all this. And I write out that email and I send it to them. The next time somebody calls, I better not write out that email again. I better use that work and send that out again, right? Same thing when we're talking about, let's say, putting a post on social media. Let's say today you put up a post that said outwork everybody, right? Tomorrow you can recycle that and make that another a phrase like outwork everybody every day, right? So that's really what we're talking about when we talk about recycle work and use templates, right? I like to also say create the templates that you need, because not all businesses, you're not going to start with the template. Same thing if you're in a pizza, if you're making pizza at a pizza restaurant, right? There should be a system in place on how you make the pizzas, right? There should be a template in place on how you make the pizzas. You should be recycling the ideas or the processes that make that pizza that much faster. So use templates, recycle work. 80-20 rule and Parkinson's law. Actually, I'm going to have my assistants, you guys back there. Guys, search Parkinson's law, because I want to get this right for you guys, and the 80-20 rule. I'm going to move on to the last two bullet points. We'll get back to Parkinson's law and 80-20 rules. Just, guys, have that open so I can give that to these guys. I'm going to go to the second to last one, which is rule with numbers and data. This is so important. This goes back to the first one we said, which is prioritize. Look, if you've been in business, and even if you haven't been in business, there's data out there. There's things that have worked. Rule with that. So if I put up, 500 ads and 50 of them are showing me return, then duplicate that, double down on that, right? Follow that trend, look for that trend in your business. Look for the data that gives you these clues, right? If you go back to the pizza restaurant idea or the services business or a masseuse or a nail salon, and someone keeps coming back for the same thing. Well, maybe it's time to hike up marketing there. Maybe it's time to offer that service with a package of another service. But follow the data. In other words, follow the money, follow the numbers, right? I'll give you another example. If you're blogging and you see a certain articles have more traffic than other articles because of something, whether it's a keyword or the time of day you publish, follow that data. So when I say rule with numbers and data, that means don't just shoot around aimlessly. And if you're a startup, a lot of people are going to ask, "Oh, I'm a startup. I don't have any data." Well, other companies are not startups and they have data, right? And if you think that your company is so different, give me a call and I will tell you how to compare your company to another existing industry sector company, um, that will allow you to follow the route, follow the numbers and the data. The last one, know your limits. And I'm going to come back to the 80-20 rule and Parkinson's law because my guys just looked it up. The last one, know your limits. This is important. When you're growing a business and you're taking certain action steps, for example, my consulting business, right? Or my real estate holding company. If I have a harebrained scheme idea that I know will work, right? I'm going to build an app and this app is going to conquer everything, right? Well, I don't know how to build an app. Can I learn how to build an app? Of course I can learn how to build an app. Is it the best use of my time? Probably not. So knowing that I don't have those skill sets and knowing that that's my threshold, I'm either going to have to outsource that or scratch the idea or come up with another solution. But knowing your limits can help you not go into certain actions or activities that are just going to eat up your time because the learning curve is too great. Look, we know you can do it, but as a good friend of mine said, you can play piano with your feet. It doesn't make a good idea, right? So just because you can do something doesn't mean it's a good idea to do. So I'm going to break down these other two right now. 80-20 rule. Guys, somebody give me a definition on the 80-20 rule out loud. Just read the definition. That's it. 80% of the consequences come from 20% of the causes. This is the 80-20 rule, right? And I'll give you a few examples of this. We offer 100 products, 20 of the products are the ones that bring in the money all the time. We put up thousands of ads, right? 2,000 ads are the ones that bring it up. This 80-20 principle, right? So if you look back, this goes back to analyzing data too, that most of your effort is done in 20%. Most of the outcome, right, comes from 20% of your actions. So identify that 20% and use that, right? This goes back to follow the rules and follow the data and follow the numbers. And the last one was Parkinson's law. Exactly. The old adage that work expands to fill the time allotted. So this means that if you have to write a contract or install plumbing or build a website and you tell yourself, I need 4 hours, you're probably going to take that 4 hours. You're probably going to, it's going to allocate that whole time. So push yourself to shrink the time in how long it takes, right? So I'm constantly doing this with my team, right? When my team comes to me and I say, look, we got to get the business plan done in 2 hours, right? Is it going to be done in 2 hours? Probably not. We're going to need more time than that to do it, right? But if I tell them, look, you have the whole day to do it, they're going to take the whole day to do it. It's just in the human nature. So I've rewritten this law to say work like you're going on vacation. Everybody has gone on vacation at some point or another, and remember the sense of urgency you had right before you went on vacation? Like whatever you had to get done got done that day, right? You only had one day left before you went, and you needed to clean and do laundry and finish your 9 to 5 workload. You got it all done because you only had that much time. So if you use that in combination with the idea that, look, I know if I allocate a certain amount of time, I'm probably going to take up all that time. So start shrinking the time you allocate to things. That way you can push the boundary of how long it actually takes you. Because if you give yourself too much time, you don't know how long it actually takes you. You're just going to take that time to do it. So these are the lists that this is the list that we put together here that hopefully help you get 6 months of work accomplished in 6 hours. If there's any tips that you guys have learned to get work done more effectively, put it in the comment section below. Subscribe to the page if you like it. Give me a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down and tell me why in the comment section. And stay motivated. Never quit. Keep rocking, guys. Thanks.